check. We should be live. Audio. Wait, is my audio working? Yep, the audio is working more than enough. Wait, wait. Where's the damn thingamajig? Yep, shows up as live. Let's see. Very good. Yeah. Ah, interesting. This is only the third stream. For some reason, I thought this was the fourth one. Oh, lack of sleep is getting to me, I guess. With that being aside, now that I've checked that everything is working quite fine. Hey yo, what's up? How's it going, everybody? I hope you all have been having a good time. I'll be without a schedule for at least a week more, or schedule for a week more. Roughly, till I get a good understanding of when I'm free to stream and when I'll be busy. Weekends seems to be a good time for like roughly an hour-long stream, but it's not yet settled. And if I can, I want to stream longer, like more regularly, more longer, more stable. So there's a schedule, there's a proper time for everybody to come and see. But yeah, that's where we stand at that. Other than that, if you missed out on the last stream's progress, and if you're here for the first one, we are working on an aircraft called the MIG-1.44. Project plane was built, flew, never put into production. But our progress with that is... ta-da! We reached quite far. It's a good pace where I decided to, well, this was because of last stream specifically, when I decided to just not care about trying to be a perfectionist. Just gave up on that one. Then just started like making the damn thing. Instead of checking if each and every section was like perfect and on point, blah blah blah. But yeah, I would say we've gotten a good say we've gotten a good distance into the design. Damn, it's almost exact. I thought I'd made a mistake giving it a bulge over here, which went in and then it went flat, but turns out not really, that's part of the design. Everything else seems to be according to design, though I personally feel like the canopy can be widened just a little. I strongly feel like the canopy can be widened a little bit. I mean... Okay, let's try that. Just a little bit, you know? Okay, how about that? Finish form. Yeah, now, okay, bit better. Quite a bit better. Looked a bit too thin earlier. Ah, that's why over here it is a bit thin, even now. But that's fine, because the rest of the form is also thinner than the canvas sketch, base sketch. Okay, This is an interesting aircraft for the Russians to build. I wish we could have seen a production version of this. Because, like, purely talking in terms of design, nothing to do with, like, real world use of this stuff. This is something that is not part of their design philosophy. Like, if you look at most Russian aircraft, you'll very rarely see something of this sort, or rather, you will never see something of this sort. You definitely won't see anything of this sort in propeller planes. So, really back in the day. And even in jet aircraft, the closest thing I can think of to a design of this sort would be like just the wings. I can only think of the wings that would make sense. Would it be the MIG-1? Just these wings. This is the only thing that like somewhat, you know, you can see. There's no like Russian Delta aircraft. Russian. Whoops, my spelling is all over the place. Delta wing. Whoops, quite. There you go. There's only one. There's only the MiG-1.44, which was an experimental aircraft, so not a real fighter. So everything else, this is a concept that wasn't for a fighter, it's a bomber. So doesn't count. This is not a Delta wing. Doesn't count. That's like the F-15, the closest plane designed to the F-15. Again, American, also experimental. Interesting experimental plane, but again, doesn't count. European, American, both not Delta wing. Not really, because again, not really actual Delta wing. Delta wing, but American. That is one interesting thing that even Americans shifted away from Delta wing design. They used to have them, unlike the Russians who never had Delta wing. The Americans used to have them, but then they shifted out. This was another interesting test prototype. Again, test piece, not a real aircraft. And much older in design at that. This is the most, if not the most, one of the most iconic Delta wing designs. Mirage 2000 or the Mirage family, if you don't want to be specific. This is Swedish. The Gripen is Swedish. The rest of the line is a bit. This is what would be a good clickbait. You put a Swedish plane and say Russia's new concept fighter. So no, that's just in case anybody gets confused by that. That's not a Russian plane. But yeah, so the Russians have never had a Delta wing. A Delta wing is, well, I didn't explain for so long, my bad. Is basically like the back of your plane is a wide triangle. That's it. The back end is one big triangle. There's two big wings. There's no tiny little smaller wings at the back. The whole thing is just these two wings. You can carry way more fuel, so helps you with that, and has a really good I believe it's called instantaneous turn rate. So basically the difference is there's a thing called sustained turn rate and there's a thing called instantaneous turn rate. So instantaneous turn rate, if I'm getting the word right, is you pull the stick and then the whole plane the nose just goes up or to the side, whichever way you want. And it goes up by a lot. So like within 2 seconds you're facing, let's say, 90 degrees up from where you were facing before. Which I'm not sure if any plane does it that fast, but you never know. Now, sustained turn rate is now you're already turning around, you're going in a circle, and how small that circle is, how small you can keep that circle constant. Hence the word sustained. Both of them very different. Instant is like if we get in a fist fight, how, like on the street, how strong I can, like, how strong can my first punch be? Because it's a street fight, we're not trained fighters, we're not gonna fight a lot. It's gonna last like a minute or two. So that is my first punch and the first few punches. How strong can they be? That would be instantaneous turn rate for a very layman explanation. And a sustained turn rate would be if I'm a boxer, I'm trained, how long can I hold on? Like, take punches, head back, stay in the fight. How long can I keep going for? While being efficient, so not being exhausted or really badly hurt. Both are useful, even in boxing. Like you might think by my analogy, oh, then just be a boxer. Why do you need your first punch to be really strong? Well, if you want to get into the ring and have a knockout punch, because you're worried the other guy is gonna, have a surprise shot at you. You don't want the whole giving the fans what they want, you just want to finish it. You may still want to go for a strong punch at the start. Or a strong punch any time in the fight. You might need one big blow. That is generally what that is for, and that is generally what instantaneous turn rate is what these kind of planes, these delta wing planes, are good at. So that one, this one, then this one, they're very good at quickly like looking really far away from where their nose is pointed. The whole plane to turn far away. Generally, sustained turn rate, not necessarily the best. Not too bad either. So like keep going, like if two planes are going round in a circle, trying to get to each other's tail. It's not that delta wings are bad. Delta wings are quite, they can hold their own, especially something like the Griffin. But as far as I remember, the king of sustained turn rates, so what would you call it, a two circle turn or a rate fight, is this guy, the F-16. Now, not to speak too much in detail about like sustained turn rate and dogfight, blah blah blah, those terms, but just to give an understanding of the difference in design. This thing, not a delta wing. You see the gap over here? The back small wing moves independent of the front wing. But then in this design, there is no separate wing. There's only one big wing. Now, some planes, including the MIG-1.44 and most famously the Griffin, have the similar tiny wings in the front instead. These guys have a different name, and I believe they have a slightly different function. They don't have the exact same functions as the small wings in the back. Very interesting, overall, very, how do you put it? Different approach to how you would go at it. Imagine you have gone for some fashion school, and that your particular fashion school only likes they only teach you fashion design or like fashion stuff in red, blue, and green, and then they've done that for like 40 years. But then out of nowhere, some guy comes along, some professor gets a team of students. They're like, screw this. We're gonna try using yellow, we're gonna try using cyan, we're gonna try using purple, we're gonna try using magenta, like different colors. Like it doesn't even have to be like tertiary colors or secondary colors. It can just be instead of red, blue, green, he just goes, you know what, I'll use yellow, black, white. And then, well, again, in layman terms, what happened with this project? They make their project, they're unable to impress the industry because, well, it really goes away out of their what their school is known for, out of the way of that. And more bigger problems than that, the school is running out of money and they don't want to fund their project. So it gets shut down. I just realized I waffled a lot without actually touching the design, like my model. But yeah, to explain, that is what it would be. Let's go back to our design. Now that I've waffled for that, how long did I just blabber on for? Oof, I can speak. You know what? I should speak more. Okay. Oh, where are we? What do we need to do? First and foremost, there needs to be a splitter. There's this thing up here. It's not through and through white. There's a splitter there. So let's do some research on the splitter. That's not exactly accurate because there's no splitter there. It's just stuck onto the main body. So, I mean, I'm seeing the more I look at this image or this render, the more I'm finding problems with it. So, I'm not interested. I'd rather look at this, which was the basis. This was the template image for me doing the design. Let's see if we have more options. Ooh, this is an interesting concept. Not an official military concept though. Can't really see it in this one. You can see it very slightly in that one. Again, you can't actually see it in there. But in the actual plane, you can see it. See over here, you can barely see it, but you can. Let's try images. Images of the 1.44. Not the back end, though the back end has been very helpful and will probably be again helpful in the future. But not now. Now we need a front end. There we have it. Okay, so we're looking for that tiny space thingy over there. And then also we'll be doing this, but we are definitely looking for that space thingy. Also, seems like the intakes need to be pushed in a bit. There you go. You see those? That's more useful to see. Is there a close-up shot of that thing? Of the splitter? That's a really good... Oops. Yep. That is a really good shot right there. Okay, now that we have that information, let's switch. How do we want to go about doing that? Do we want to try modifying this? Let's see what that looks like. Canvas. Bit of that, and no, it looks nothing like what we want. So we need a separate part for that. Hmm. That's the only thing I'm not sure. I don't want to give it a separate part, but like I have to, I have. Ideally, I want to just keep on editing the first part, so by the end it still looks like one singular body. Okay, seems sensible enough. Can't see shit. Still can't tell. Okay. What the shit? Oh man, I'm getting confused with between lines. Up too much. Let's see, what does this look like? Okay, a little bit more sensible looking. I need to make it sharper basically. It's to become way more sharper than this. The switch between the two. Why do I keep doing that? Uh, Maybe I gave the thing at the wrong spot. You may need to give it here instead. Oh, can't think of a way to do that. Have it be like a flat wall. That doesn't work. Ah. I guess I'll be leaving that portion. I really don't want to leave that portion as is. Ah, the neck. Heck, I want the neck. I really don't want to leave the damn neck. What do I do? What do I do? The neck. Adjusting myself. Hey. I can't get the damn neck. I'm just wasting too much time thinking about it, aren't I? Yeah, I'll just let it be for now. We'll come back to that later. Screw it. Okay, for now, let's do this. I'll just put the splitter plate in the middle. goes to tell you how not straight my design line is inside the actual thing. There was a thing that I had learned which was like to get these right inside. Wait, what the hell is that? Like to get them perfectly according to the cross section of what I was putting it in. So, well, to fix my lack of words, to have a sketch be made when I'm making it inside a body, perfectly aligning with the uh, internal walls of the body. There was something I knew how to do it. I have done it. I just forgot now. Yeah, I just forgot how to do it. Well, not like right now because I haven't touched the software in a while. I'll have to look it up. That's that. Should I push it back? I don't think I should because like it's not that thick all the way around. Okay, slightly more like it. I really want to push it more. Let's close that and have this instead. So I get a better idea of how that push is gonna go. Oh, that's totally fine to be honest then. That's how it's gonna go. I didn't know the back end of it was also at a really high angle. If it's at that high an angle, then I don't mind. Let's save the material. Let's make it front heavy. A little bit more. So it saves material, like not putting it all the way. And also these wings are gonna really want to put the nose up when we 3D print the model. So instead, we'll just have it come way before the back wheels. So it more or less balances the weight. Combine it. We have one part instead of two, and then reopen this. So it also looks like properly split and not just a little bit at the front and then you look through the sides and you can easily see it not split. You can see the split. Now, more reference of the actual plane. Let's see. Damn, today was really a good conversational stream. Okay, more front-end research. Where do we have more images of the front end? Come on. Come on. Can we see more images? Can't really see the insides. We can see this clearly, which, well, every design, including ours, misses. We end up not doing that properly. I have also not done it properly. This is closed as it will be, but it's not good for me for that to be closed. This is what we're looking for. This bulge. Whether it is just flappy doors, whether it's a bulge in the shape, it's not known at the moment, and I would like to know that. This is in the real craft. And there seems to be a bulge. But my only problem with this is the bulge isn't there when the plane is parked and the intake is shut with the red boxes. It wouldn't look like what we saw just a few photos ago. Let's search that again. What do drawings say? Drawings show it as a flat rectangle, like a completely open thing. So I suppose those are more like doors rather than actual bulges. Because if you look here, see it's fully flat. Here you can't actually see that well. But there you go. The inside of the engine inlet is fully flat. Oh, that's the best image for that. Yeah, maybe I can lower it a little bit. Oh, here we go. You see that as well. Just two rectangular plates, I see. I'll fix that later on. So yeah, I guess we can give it a slight bulge, but we don't need to change it up a lot. Where's the design? Number two. Edit my boy. That should do the trick. More or less, it does do the trick. I do have an issue with one thing. This doesn't look all that right. I guess it's an easy fix. Still quite a bit wonky, to be honest. But I suppose it does the job. Yeah, I suppose it does the job. Okay, that's that done. That's that taken care of. Now let's do some supposed to be simple stuff, but this will test my memory. How good do I actually remember my stuff? Okay, how am I supposed to go about this? I have to look at the image a bit better for that. Uh-huh. Huh. Oh, okay, wait a second. I saw something. I saw something that I did not recognize the first time around at all. Edit. Wait, what? What did I? No, 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 no. Which is this one? Oh, that's body one. Yeah. Edit. That's more like it. I mean, a little bit more like it. It needs to be a bit more like it. Needs to actually come up higher. Let's try that. Oh, now it looks. Hey, now it looks much better. There's still that sense of not having curved properly, but I think that's from this one. Edit. Let's see. Does it look better now? Yep, it does actually look a bit better now. Let me get rid of canvas. It's visible not just to me, but you can see that it has cheeks. The cockpit has cheeks. It didn't have those earlier. I guess I could raise a little bit more further ahead. So I could modify this point as well. That's good. Quite a bit better. Okay, now that that's been done, let's go to what we're trying to do. Hmm. Slightly curved down. Delete. Now, we may face some problem. I will just take a look at the references to make sure we don't, but kinda. Let's see if I can change that. I can. I just have to go backward a bit. Go really down low, way lower than where this thing says I have to be. That's more like where I have to go. How about so? That's not a lot. Guess I'll have to put up with it. Oh yeah, so they should work. Let's see. Split body. This is what I want to split. Splitting tools. Use the sketch. It should work. In 3, 2, 1, go. Aha! It does. Well, at least I still know how to cut stuff. Ta-da! Now, I just realized I'll have to do that all over again, even though I just did it, because I want to solidify this thing. And if I solidify after cutting, you're going to be left with some problems. Let's just first solidify, patch things up. Yep, it's not closed. Patch. Okay. Same thing at the back. I can change this anytime. Patch. Stitch. Stitch. There you go. And now reopen it. Now I can make the cut. Peaceful, relative. Kind of. Wait, I just realized if I make the cut now, how do I thicken the damn thing? I'll have to think about that later. For now, let's cut it. Okay, that's the cut. Now we can think about the separate top. And how do I go about scaling this? Non-uniform. Where is the non-uniform scale? Okay, and now to move all those parts so that they're properly center aligned. This is manual work. I'm sure there's a better way to do this. It's just that I either don't know or don't remember that better way. How do I make this guy stand properly? Can't set it there. What the hell? Where did this thing get set? Why didn't it get set all the way down there? Anyways. Oh, let's do that first. How much is that? 50? How about 10? 10 is too much. Surprise. About 5. About 5.5. 5.5 seems to do the trick. Yep, 5.5 is quite fine. Leaves the perfect amount of space in all areas. And there we have it. We have a cockpit. We have a decently shaped intake. We have some wings. We will go for the landing gear, but well, next time. Because last stream I wasn't disciplined with my time. This stream I will be. So we'll just do a little bit of having fun. Okay, let's change it to render mode. Set up some colors. I don't know if you all can see. Whoa, where's the library? Excuse me. Oh, there it is. Holy shit. I got scared for a second. I thought I don't have a library. Okay, how about color density? Heavy. Let's go for heavy. I used to have all of these. If uninstall all of them by, well, themselves. Why would you do that, Chief? No, not that one. That one just needs to have a different metal on it. How about those guys? What do these guys need? What would these guys look nice in? Aluminum? Nah, not aluminum. Aluminum. I need to really get my pronunciations in one place. Chrome. No, not chrome. Copper? Ew. No. Gold. I am this copper looks nothing like real copper. It looks pink. I don't know. Does it show up the pop-up? Oh, the pop-up doesn't even show up. Ugh, this looks a bit weird on stream. This is not what my page looks like, by the way. I just checked what y'all see. That is not what it looks like. The bottom half, like you can still see the grid pattern is not there. Instead, I see my rendered images in a list, and I see pink coppers. As much as I've seen it in front of my eyes, copper doesn't look pink. Lead, nickel. Yeah, it does look like nickel a bit on an aircraft exhaust. Does look like nickel. Let's try that. Ooh. Ooh. No. Looks really, really bad. I guess I'll just give it the anodized aluminum. Okay. Let's add one more thing, just to make it feel even more like an aircraft. I'm surprised how tiny of a nose cone this thing actually got in its pre-production variant. Like, that's really, really tiny. Sure, the production variant, the nose was supposed to be way further back. This just looks really goofy. Also, again, before I cut things, it would be a better idea to solidify. Okay. This is the top body, right? Go to the back. Head patch. Okay. Now it's stitched up. Wrong one. 1, 2. And 3. Now we can cut parts. Select, and cut. We go to render. We select some color. Let's see, what do we want? Do we want the same? Or do we want outright black? I think black is nice to have. I suppose that looks like a decent aircraft. Whoops, I'm rolling this thing around quite a bit. There you go. What does that look like on stream? Oh, that looks pretty good on stream. That looks pretty alright. But yeah, I suppose that will be it for today's stream. And we will have, I suppose, one more stream on this aircraft, where I'll try to put in the landing gears, I'll try to put in some details, some wing pylons, or some racks, whatever they're called. The stuff on which you attach your missiles. And then whatever remaining details will be there, like stuff which I just need to be quiet and work on for hours, I'll just do it off screen. But yeah, that'll be it for the day. But today was fun. Today was a bit of a different stream format where I spoke quite a bunch. And I was able to speak much more, like, I don't know, I was able to get more creative at my conversation. That was fun. But yeah, I hope you'll had fun as well. And I'll see you again next time. Bye bye. Janne, matane.